YouTube, what's going on, my friends? For today, I thought it'd be kind of funny to jump into a game of free-for-all, except for this time, instead of using my normal loadout with the MP5 or the Uzi and the SPR 208 or any sniper in general, I thought it'd be funny to deck out the PKM, which is probably one of my least favorite guns besides any other LMG. But I figured it'd be funny to deck it out with some of the worst attachments I could find and try to see if I could win a game of free-for-all. And I actually recorded my audio during this game, but for some reason it seemed to be corrupted and I couldn't hear myself when I played it back. So I thought it'd be kind of a good opportunity for me to kind of record a live commentary while I watch this video myself at the same time as you're watching it, and just kind of give you guys my thought process for how I play free for all and go about different guns on different maps. So for this map, it's a pretty close quarters, but most maps are designed to be like a 3-lane map. So you've got the left, the middle, and the right. But what's most important is knowing which guns are good for which maps. So if you've got a map that's a lot more open, it's probably not a good idea to be using a submachine gun because it's going to be a lot harder to kill someone from farther away. So I would recommend something like an assault rifle or a marksman or sniper rifle. It's going to give you a better chance of getting that kill. Whereas a close quarters map just like this, it's a little bit more tight corners. A lot more people are hiding in areas that are kind of annoying, and I would recommend an SMG with a high ADS and high time to kill. And if you're watching this video, you can see that I'm firing some warning shots because I know that my gun doesn't have a suppressor on, and I'm kind of waiting for people to come out. So in this situation, I'm just trying to fire some shots, expose myself on the map, and hope that someone's willing to peek their head out just like this person does right here, and you're able to succeed the kill because they didn't really know where you were and you were kind of expecting them to come out. As you can tell, I'm just spraying and praying with that 200 round belt, hoping that some of these bullets stick. Checking my corners, he's not there. Go back and he's peeking. Take that other guy off the roof there as well, and I got sniped because I got a little too cocky and wasn't checking my other corners. But this section right here, I try to kind of camp a little bit more just so I can get my streaks up a little bit. I'm only up by 3 at the moment, and this gun is not really helping, just exposing me on the map every time I even press the trigger. So it's a bit of a downside, but I'm trying to keep that in mind. This section here in the map gets really busy sometimes because a lot of spawn points are in there. I think there's like 3 different spawn points. This guy's just not even paying attention, not even playing. But this ambulance spot just is constantly pumping out different spawns. So it's if you kind of know those spawns, and right now I got the UAV, so I can kind of see who's on the map, who's nearby, and who isn't. And not only that, this lobby was a little bit easier than most from what it seemed like. These guys weren't shooting a whole lot back, and they're using weapons like the crossbow that wasn't really effective. This guy right here using the crossbow. These guys just not really paying attention to the spawns, and that's something that you can really use to your advantage. If people don't pay attention to those spawns, then they're going to be the ones that are struggling in the game. That's something that I think is something really important, is that a lot of people don't try to learn the spawns. Like, wherever you spawn, someone else is going to spawn there too throughout the game. So if you know where they're going to spawn, it's all about timing. I don't know if you guys have ever heard of COD timing, but it's definitely a thing. The basics of COD timing, I don't know if it's like if there's an actual description, but it's basically, you've been in those moments to where, say you're mounted up on a wall, or you're just waiting for someone to come around the corner and they just choose not to. The moment that you look away, they come around the corner and kill you. That's COD timing. Now that COD timing can either work against you or work for you if you're patient enough and kind of understand the spawns and understand the behavior of other players. Like, what's the typical thing they're going to do, right? Are they going to peek again, or are they going to try to flank you, or are they just going to sit there and wait for you to come to them? Those are the main 3 options that kind of run through my head in those moments when I'm trying to get the kill. But something that I want to mention that I know that most people don't really pay attention to, and this is not just for free-for-all, this is basically for any other playlist that you're playing on multiplayer. The bottom left is the scoreboard, right? So right now I'm in first place, 18 and 11 kills. Throughout the rest of this game, people start to drop off. When people drop off, right, they're quitting, they're getting frustrated, whatever. The new players are coming in. They're jumping into a new game where they don't understand, who's in the lead, the play style. They don't understand the flow of the game. Every match has a different flow. It might be really slow. It might be really fast sometimes. It depends on the size of the map. It depends on what guns people are using. It depends on, if people are camping. All of those things factor in. My point with all of this is that you can use this time window to your advantage. People are going to start dropping off because you're in first place and they're getting frustrated. New players are going to come in, and with those new players, there's going to be a new time window that's going to take them to get used to the flow of the game, right? So right here, I'm just picking off people because they're kind of waiting for me. They know I'm in a general area, but I'm in a position to where I kind of know the spawns at the moment. People are just kind of sitting around because they're trying to understand the flow of the game, and it's not working out for them. So for me, it's working out because I'm taking advantage of looking at the scoreboard. I'm keeping an eye on what guns people are using, what they're dropping. I'm not really mentioning that throughout this video, but it is going through my head, right? Are people sniping? Are people using shotguns? Those are all things that I'm keeping in my mind while I'm playing this game. And it may seem super nerdy that I'm taking the game that serious, but it does help me have more fun and win more games. Call of Duty has just been one of those games that's always been super competitive, just like Fortnite eventually became, right? It had this massive curve where it just started out as noobs playing, having for fun, and then it's just this absolutely competitive game that makes it almost impossible to actually have fun in the game. But Call of Duty is still somewhat balanced because they have skill-based matchmaking, which people hate and love. But regardless of that, what you have to really keep in mind is the little things that you do and other players do. You need to analyze those and figure out, okay, what can I do to counteract that and put it in my favor? Something that you see quite often in this game is people just getting super upset. They get pissed off or they rage, and they'll call you obscure names. But what if I told you that you would actually become a better player if you had a little bit more patience and you thought about ways that you could personally improve versus them camping? They're going to camp, they're going to be sweaty, they're going to do whatever their behavior is in this game. But what if I told you that you could find a way to counteract that? What if your sensitivity was too low? What if it was too high? What if you're using the wrong gun on the wrong map? What if your movement is just not good? What if you have bad accuracy? What if your internet is too slow? There's so many different variables that will go into your play style, and if you really want to do well, you got to kind of look at that from the third person and think about how you can improve those. There's literally so many different variables that are crucial to you becoming a better player. It could even be that you didn't get enough sleep. It could be that you're not hydrated enough. It might be that your hands are cold. There's so many different things that can lead to you being or having a good day versus a bad day in this game. And I wouldn't take it that serious, but those are things to keep in mind. And as you can tell here, I just got the absolutely worst last kill that I could have asked for. But if there's one thing that I want you to take away from this, is that you can't change other players. They're going to be camping, they're going to be sweating, they're going to do whatever they can, like I said, to get the kills. You have to think, how can you change what you usually do to become a better player and get the advantage over the rest of them? That's what's going to separate you from the rest of the crowd and put you at the top of the leaderboards. Other than that, guys, thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.